just came back from, what was it even called? The San Francisco Dungeon. Just that. And we had the most insane experience ever. Pretty much solely due, also, check out this fab ass hat I bought. $10, motherfuckers! What happened, Aaron?
First,
Step one.
We were duped out of money.
Yes. The day before, yesterday, we passed by this place. The guy, the little barker or whatever, is like, ladies. And he was trying to get us to come in, and we were like, okay, how much is it? And he was like, for you, 16. And we were like, damn, that ain't bad for an hour-long ride. We're like, we'll be back the next day.
And we come back.
It's
$26. What?
And we asked, and we asked the chick, we're like, I'm gonna take this off because it's way too fucking hard to see. We asked the chick, we're like, dude, this dude told us it was $16. Like, can we get the discount? She didn't know. She was like, she literally just stared at us. She was like, and so we were like, okay, we get it. You didn't know anything about that. You're not associated with them. But it was shitty. And I will say that was a $16 ride, not a $26 ride.
On top of that.
Day 2, there were new barkers outside trying to get people to come in. And these guys are like dressed in full costume. They're in character. They have this disgusting contouring and like eye makeup that's just awful. And the whole point is that they're talking to us, trying to get us to come in. And Erin's waiting for me, because I came with my papa, like I was walking there with my dad. She was waiting for me. And what were y'all even talking about before I came?
We were just talking about everything and nothing at the same time.
It was
a security guard, too.
And I came up, and they're like talking about having a dance battle or some shit. It's clear they've been talking about something, having a little conversation.
And we had a dance battle.
So we get in, we're buying the tickets. This guy keeps following us. Like, one of the barkers keeps like following us around everywhere we're going. And he's over there when we're saying our ticket thing, and we're like, hey, you can get us a discount, right? You're one of the barkers, like you can do the same thing this other guy did. And he says something like, if your friend had given me what I wanted, maybe you could get in. And I'm like, what does that mean? Did you just proposition us? Like, we should get $16 tickets just for that. I told the girl that. I was like, we should get $16 tickets just for that inappropriate comment. But I didn't know what he was referring to.
That's what he was referring to.
They don't know. They don't know yet what he was referring to.
Oh. Well, when we were speaking outside, he asked for a number, and my response was, you didn't have cell phones way back when.
That's out of character.
And the security guard steps in and says, well, give me your number. No. And I'll give him your number. No.
If I had known this was about a phone number, I would have punched him in his fucking face. Because
or throat.
What a douchebag.
Would have punched him in his throat.
Erin's a big advocate of the throat punch.
It works.
So we get into the beginning of the ride. It's already like starting, but the guy's still there, and we're about to go in, and he comes up, and as we're walking in, what does he say?
Oh, all right, have a nice time. Just don't forget what you're missing out on.
The point is, don't be an asshole while you're hitting on girls and paying the bills.
His New York accent, when he was supposed to be a San Francisco gang member, was on point.
He had a fucking New York accent, trying to be in character, and I was like, does this take place in New York? Like, what? We're in San Francisco right now. This whole thing is based around San Francisco. Best part of the ride
was it Daddy?
Daddy
let us live.
There's several times throughout the show, the lights would go off, and you would be sitting there in the darkness waiting for something to fucking pop out at you. The guy introducing this part of the ride was like, if my daddy lets you live, and then the lights went out, and they would like flash on, and he would be like at one bench, like in their faces, just like that.
Yeah.
And then it flashed on again. He was like crawling on the ground towards us, and we were like, "Wow, hold on there."
I was like, "I'm not sure how I feel."
I was like, "I'm scared and turned on, and this ride is very confusing to me morally."
Hey, Daddy.
And then the lights went off, and the other guy was back, and he was like, "Daddy has decided to let you live," and I was like, "Yeah, Daddy did."
Daddy.
We forgot to talk about the Scottish security guard. There's more to this story. There's more.
Okay.
So we're hanging out after we finish the ride. We're calling an Uber. This will come in handy later. And he starts talking Scottish, and we talk about that. Eventually, he asks Erin if her necklace was a DS necklace.
I thought he meant a DS, like the video game. So I was like, yeah.
I thought he meant BDSM, but I've never heard it referred to as DS before. I've never heard it shortened to DS. I've heard like BDSM, I've heard BDM.
He should have just said it's hella DS.
It's hella DS. He was like, oh, I just assume, I see them and I assume. And I'm like, maybe you should assume they're for like fashion, because that's what I would assume. I think that's a safer assumption. He literally goes, oh no, well it's because right here I have reaches into his shirt and pulls it. He's like, I have a key.
He goes to key parties. Key parties.
How do we meet these people?
He's a key holder.
How do we meet these people?
We don't know.
The real moral of the story is that if you go to this place, there's a good chance that every male employee
Is a freak.
and the Scottish security guard are going to hit on you, and that one might be a douchebag about it.
But it's cool.
I wouldn't fault him if he was hitting on us, but when you're an asshole about it, fuck off. Saying that we would get $16 tickets if she gave you her number. That's wrong, man. There's right and there's wrong, and that was wrong, and now I'm rambling.